Hey guys, and welcome to another polymer clay tutorial. Today we will create the 4 beds and I will also show you how to attach them to the night witch we created last week. In this tutorial I try to get the beds as tiny as possible and not as detailed as possible. I think, well, maybe there will be another tutorial if you're interested in that, where I will just build one detailed bed. But now let's start, let's jump in, let's create our 4 tiny beds which perfectly fit to our night witch we created last week. I got a lot of comments about my night witch. I think most of them were very friendly and lots of you really liked this creation. But I also got a lot of comments. Why is the face that ugly? Dude, the nose is too big, the mouth, oh my god. Yeah, as I mentioned in this tutorial itself, I would say creating faces is one of my strengths. I'm really hard struggling when it comes to faces. I don't know why. Well, normally it's only human faces I'm struggling. Animals are way more easy, I think. It has something to do with the proportions in the face. Maybe I should make a tutorial to educate myself how to create human faces, something like that. And then I can practice for you and for this tutorial. Okay, now we will create the beds. Currently I'm creating the eyes and I'm using just some bright purple. You will see that in a minute. Here we go. To get a nice outline around the blue eyes, the blue clay we will put into these tiny dents, these tiny holes. And well, I think it's a compromise. The eyes could have been much more detailed, but as these tiny beds are this small, I think it's okay for this size. Actually, I don't know if the card of the beds is already released yet. Well, I have already fought against the night witch itself, maybe 3 times, something like that. And that is why I also fought against some beds, of course. But I haven't seen them, just the card of the beds. So I assume the beds to be released in maybe some days or some weeks. Just write it in the comments if you know more than I do. If someone is asking why I haven't uploaded any Pokemon video yet, and it's been a while, I know, but I've been very busy creating a very big Pokemon project. I think it will be released within the next days. I'm almost finished and I think you will really like it. It won't be a creating tutorial, it will be something pretty new. Some of you have already seen some of the images I posted on Instagram. So you have a sneak preview, but also you have no idea what it will be like when it's finished. So just wait a few more days for that to come. Meanwhile, we are creating the tiny nose of the beds, and this was a lot of fun creating these tiny nose with these 2 holes. You can also use just a toothpick for that, so there is no need for all these tools I'm using. Because I'm getting still a lot of requests and questions which tools I am using. There is a video about that. I will link it right now. So just click on the eye and see which tools I'm using for creating with clay. Now I am using my beloved scalpel. Be very careful with that. But it's great for cutting, making tiny details and creating tongues as well. This will be the lip we are placing right now. And after that we will go on, we will make the mouth into shape and we can create a dangerous tooth of the bats. I think bats are one of the coolest animals on the planet. Maybe this is why there are so many bats in computer games, in movies, comics. Well, just think of Batman. And now the bats from the Night Witch. And I think there are many more bats. These will be the ears. I am using my modeling tool for creating them. And well, without this tool it would have been pretty hard. So if you're thinking about just buying one tool, I would recommend buying this modeling tool. Now we can start attaching all these ears to the bats, to the bodies. While we are working on this step, let's make a poll. Which creation should be next in the series of my Clash Royale tutorials? Just click on the eye and vote for the card you want to see on this channel. Okay, almost done with the ears. The last one, well, you may have noticed it, has the eyes closed. Because this bat is a dreamer, is flying through the night and, well, just enjoying the wind and yeah. Now we will work on the wings, and this is also why I placed all the bats on the plate. Because when you're working with a very thin clay and after the hardening process in the oven, you want to remove it from the surface, and when you're using a plate it works pretty great, so you don't have any problems or concerns that it would stuck to it too much. Now just some more details to the wings, and then, well, I'm planning to fold this wing. Someone wrote, dude, this bat is dabbing. It was not my intention. It's more like this bat is preparing to fly, to start to fly. But, well, yeah, why not? Let's say this bat is dabbing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this card. I'm looking forward how the bats are performing in the game itself. Currently I'm using the minion horde a lot. Hopefully this card will be very similar and very strong as well. Yeah, the minion horde and also the balloon. So in my current favorite deck it's all about air attacking, and it pretty works very well. Yeah, so if you haven't decided yet, the balloon is pretty great for our bowl. Now let's go into the oven. Freshly baked bats! And even 4 of them. We will just make some finish work on these tiny models before gluing them to the Night Witch. So we will use some transparent polish for the mouth and the tooth as well. Oops, this was too much. And also we will use it just for the eyes, for the bats with the eyes wide open. And also the last one. And after the polish is dried, we will use just painting the eyes as well. Yeah, after the polish is dried, we can use this pen for some more details. If you're not very confident about painting your creations, I wouldn't. Otherwise you will regret the wrong line and will just leave the creations as they are right now. Now that we created the 4 bats, I will show you how I attached these to the Night Witch. And all we need for that is just some glue. I'm using some super glue for that. The first bed is placed, also the second onto the wand, the third. This was pretty difficult, still moving. And for the last, well, we are using a very thin wire and we will attach it right behind the head. So take a needle for tiny holes, stick the wire into these holes. I used this technique also on the legendary arena and it just looks like flying. It just looks amazing. And I think finally that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of the 4 tiny beds. Well, for me, I was just looking forward to the moment to glue them onto the Night Witch. I have a tiny surprise. We will open my very first legendary chest together. So this is not planned. I really hope that I'm getting the Night Witch itself, because I don't have any legendary card, and this would be pretty amazing. Okay, finally, I guess that's it. We will open the legendary chest and it's the Night Witch! Yes! That's great! Thank you. I just lost one of my beds. Now I can try out the Night Witch also in the game, and after that I will glue the bed to the Night Witch onto the hand again. Okay, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching and hope to see you next week. Bye!